to the entertainer talking sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the articles that have come out about the conspiracy about Eli Manning and the fact that the New York Giants are faking or making it seem the injury is worse than it is in order for Eli Manning to start, presumably to drive up ticket sales and get people to the stadium. Now, I read the articles, I watched the video by Bad Dog, and I certainly respect Bad Dog's opinion, and I respect anybody's opinion who may agree with that take. I personally do not, and I'm going to give my reasons why. First off, if the Giants were concerned with ticket sales late into the season, if I was the owner and all they cared about was money, why would I have brought Daniel Jones in after 2 weeks? Knowing that the team was probably going to struggle this year, and knowing that fans would have been anticipating Daniel Jones coming in, why wouldn't I have waited until week 8, week 9, week 10 so that I fell out the stadium the last 3 or 4 weeks? Secondly, those tickets are already sold. So basically what you're talking about are beer sales and food sales and whatever else. The season ticket holders buy all 8 home games at the beginning of the year. So the tickets are already sold. So in terms of ticket sales, the Giants have already made their money off of that. Now, what do you want to argue? You want to argue optics. Well, for the last game of the regular season, it's going to be filled no matter what because they are going to pack the house for Eli Manning's last regular season game. So basically, what we are saying here is that they did this for one regular season game, one home game against the Miami Dolphins. First off, it probably isn't going to be packed anyway, being that it's not Eli Manning's last game. You're probably still going to see empty seats, being that they're playing the Miami Dolphins. Now, it's possible people show up, and it's possible that it's a filled stadium. I don't think Eli Manning's going to make that much of a difference when it's not the last game of the year. The last game of the year will be filled for a Giants legend, but it would have been filled whether or not Daniel Jones was the quarterback. So, in my opinion, to insinuate that that the Giants did this for money is wrong. I honestly do not believe that they benched him for money. Now, it's possible, maybe, and I'm going to say this. I used to play basketball, and I suffered many sprained ankles when I played basketball, and I played through it not realizing the severity of the injury because of adrenaline, things of that nature. And the next morning, I would wake up with a grapefruit, a huge ankle sprain. I couldn't walk on it for like 4 or 5 days. I remember one time I had such a bad ankle sprain that I couldn't walk for 2 weeks, but I played through the basketball game because I didn't realize how bad the injury was. And then the next morning, it really hit me. That certainly could be the case here with Daniel Jones, and it might be why he's in a walking boot. But you're going to have people that just think it's a conspiracy and he played through it, and they're going to say that. And you know what? It's clearly not as bad as Saquon Barkley's injury. And maybe if it was a playoff situation, Daniel Jones would play. But I'm going to go back and look at Robert Griffin III. He's a rookie quarterback. Why are you going to mess with that? I honestly do not think that the New York Giants are doing this for money or anything of that nature or for an Eli Manning farewell tour. I think Eli Manning was getting his appropriate farewell tour at the end of the year regardless. I think Daniel Jones is hurt. And I think the Giants are playing it carefully, knowing that they're 2-10. Why are you going to rush a guy back there if he's not close to 100%, which he probably isn't? He probably has a legitimate high ankle sprain. Robert Griffin III in his rookie year ruined his career because the Redskins rushed him back. Obviously, they had a reason to do so. They were playing in the playoffs. But in this case, I just don't see it. I don't think it's about money. Like I said, if it was about money, if the Giants were forward-thinking and saying, we got to make sure the stadium is packed the last 2 home games, and really one, because it's going to be filled for Eli Manning regardless last game of the year. But if we want to make sure that it's going to be packed for the last 2 home games, I think they would have waited on putting in Daniel Jones. Because if I'm a fan excited, and I'm waiting until the bye week, I'm going to be pumped up to see Daniel Jones for his first, second, third home start. He's been in there since week 2. I think the Giants knew going into the year that this was a rebuilding season. They knew it from the start, and they got up to a bad start. Maybe the defense was worse than they initially anticipated, and they said, Daniel Jones, we got to see what we got here in Daniel Jones, and we need to see him progress over the course of the year. So they benched Eli Manning after 2 weeks. It's as simple as that. And in this case, yes, maybe if we were 10-2, maybe Daniel Jones does play on that injury. It's possible. Maybe it's not as serious as they're leading on, and maybe we'll see Daniel Jones back next week. Maybe. Who knows? But I honestly do not. I think the Giants are doing the right thing here. You're 2-10. If he has any kind of injury, why are you risking it? It's the same thing we've been saying about Saquon Barkley. It's the same thing we've been saying about all these players. Sterling Shepard, why are you rushing them back? Why is it a story when it's about the quarterback? Why were we saying don't rush Saquon Barkley back? With his injury, do you think Saquon Barkley not playing hurts ticket sales? Seriously, why are we saying that about Sterling Shepard? But with Daniel Jones, we're putting on Eli Manning. It doesn't add up to me. You're telling me that billionaires are doing this for a couple of $1 million? Because like I said, the tickets already sold. Maybe you sell an extra couple of thousand beers. Maybe. Because people are still showing up regardless. They spent money on those tickets. But it doesn't add up to me. I don't agree with the conspiracy theory. And I wanted to give my take on it. Like I said, I respect, everybody's opinion. But that's my take on it. I think Eli Manning's playing because the Giants are out of it. Because Daniel Jones has an injury. And it's not worth playing through the injury in a 2-10 season. That's it. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.